Right now, inside your damaged muscle fibers, aching joints, and micro-torn tendons, microscopic biological construction crews are standing completely still, holding raw amino acids they cannot use because your brain has not issued its nightly chemical permission slip. Without entering deep delta wave sleep, your pituitary gland cancels up to 70% of your body's daily growth hormone output. Your cellular tissue repair doesn't just slow down during the night, it physically stalls out in the dark. Let's step directly inside your bloodstream to understand why this biological halt occurs. Whenever you sustain a muscle strain, an overuse injury, or even the normal microscopic breakdown that comes from simply walking, sitting, and moving through your day, your body does not fix itself on the fly while you are awake. During daylight hours, your physiology operates in an overwhelmingly catabolic state. Your body is burning fuel, breaking down chemical bonds, spending energy, and constantly responding to external demands. Physical restoration requires the exact opposite state, an anabolic environment where metabolic energy is pulled away from your conscious mind and redirected exclusively toward building biological structures back stronger than they were before. And the master biological key that flips your entire system from destruction to reconstruction is a peptide hormone known as human growth hormone, or somatotropin. But here is the remarkable thing about this vital repairing agent. Your pituitary gland does not secrete it in a smooth, continuous stream throughout the day. Instead, your brain hoards this hormonal liquid gold until a very specific electrical event sweeps across your central nervous system. When you lie down and drift past light stage 1 and stage 2 sleep, the electrical rhythm of your brain begins to transform. The fast, jagged electrical spikes of your alert mind begin to stretch out and synchronize. They widen into long, deep, rolling electrical waves known as delta rhythms, pulsing at a slow rhythmic frequency of just 1 to 4 hertz. The precise second these deep delta waves dominate your cerebral cortex, your hypothalamus signals your pituitary gland to discharge a massive, explosive pulse of growth hormone into your bloodstream. This hormone acts like a master site supervisor walking onto a quiet biological job site. It binds instantly to receptors on your liver, triggering the production of insulin-like growth factor 1, which travels through your capillary networks directly to damaged tissues. Once there, it accelerates the uptake of circulating amino acids, prompts specialized satellite cells to fuse with torn muscle fibers, and speeds up collagen synthesis inside strained connective tissue. In 1968, sleep researcher Yatsuhiro Takahashi and his colleagues published a landmark study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, proving for the very first time that this primary mountain of daily growth hormone is not triggered by the clock on your wall, nor is it triggered by sitting quietly on a couch. It is directly, structurally locked to the onset of slow-wave delta sleep. If you stay awake all night, or if your sleep is fragmented, that massive physiological wave of repair hormone simply vanishes into thin air. If you are fascinated by this hidden molecular machinery operating beneath your skin right now, take a quick second to hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below about your daily sleep patterns. When you engage with this channel, it signals the platform to push deep biological science to more curious minds, helping us continue to decode the incredible internal mechanisms that keep your body alive and functioning. Now, think about what happens inside your tissues when you cut your night short by just 2 hours. You might assume you are merely losing 25% of your rest time, but biologically, the loss is far more severe, because your body naturally concentrates the majority of its slow-wave delta sleep into the first third of your night. Missing that early sleep window systematically shears off the exact electrical phase where growth hormone release is highest. The raw structural materials, the proteins, minerals, and structural compounds you consumed during the day sit circulating in your bloodstream completely idle, while damaged cellular membranes continue to leak biological distress signals into your surrounding tissues. But the missing growth hormone is only half of this cellular equation. There is a second, far more aggressive reason your body refuses to heal without restorative sleep, and it centers around an immune system process that turns against your own tissues when you stay awake. Whenever tissue is damaged, your immune system dispatches specialized cellular first responders known as macrophages. Think of these cells as a heavy cleanup crew equipped with specialized tools. In the initial phase of any injury, these macrophages arrive in an M1 pro-inflammatory state. They flood the damaged area with aggressive chemical compounds, clearing away dead cell fragments, metabolic waste, and damaged tissue. This initial inflammatory fire is completely essential to clear the ground for new tissue. However, for tissue to actually rebuild, that cellular fire must be put out. The pro-inflammatory M1 macrophages must physically transition into M2 anti-inflammatory macrophages, which stop clearing tissue and begin releasing specialized molecules that signal surrounding cells to lay down fresh collagen and weave new capillary networks. And what acts as the primary molecular trigger that flips macrophages from demolition mode to construction mode? Deep, continuous sleep. When you fail to reach slow-wave sleep, your autonomic nervous system remains locked in a subtle sympathetic fight-or-flight state. Your adrenal glands continue leaking trace amounts of cortisol and epinephrine into your bloodstream throughout the night. These stress molecules act like chemical fuel thrown directly onto your body's inflammatory fires. Instead of shifting smoothly into the rebuilding M2 state, your immune cells remain trapped in the aggressive M1 state, endlessly dumping destructive inflammatory chemicals like interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha into your injured tissues. In 2016, Dr. Michael Irwin and his research group at the University of California, Los Angeles, published a pivotal study in the journal Biological Psychiatry, demonstrating that even a single night of partial sleep loss activates a powerful molecular pathway called nuclear factor kappa B inside human blood cells. This master inflammatory switch keeps your body's immune system locked in a persistent state of active destruction. Consider two individuals recovering from the exact same structural joint strain. The first individual gets 8 hours of continuous cyclic sleep. By midnight, their brain enters sustained delta wave sleep, triggering a massive surge of growth hormone that stimulates immediate matrix synthesis. Simultaneously, their macrophages smoothly flip from M1 demolition crews into M2 repair workers. Within 48 hours, local swelling subsides, inflammatory signals clear out, and strong new structural proteins lock into place. Now look at the second individual, who gets only 5 hours of fragmented sleep. Their pituitary gland releases barely a fraction of its normal growth hormone output. Their sympathetic nervous system stays elevated, keeping nuclear factor kappa B constantly active inside their cells. Their macrophages remain trapped in demolition mode, bathing the damaged joint in lingering inflammatory chemicals day after day. To the naked eye, it appears as though they simply have a slow healing or stubborn injury. But under a biological microscope, it is an active chemical stalemate. The body is not failing to heal because the physical damage is too severe. It is failing to heal because it was never granted the neural and endocrine permission slip that only deep, slow-wave sleep can generate. So how do we practically take control of this internal architecture and establish the precise cellular conditions required for rapid biological repair? You do not need complex gadgets or aggressive interventions. You simply need to align with the physiological mechanisms that govern deep sleep entry. First, engineer a deliberate core body temperature drop 90 minutes before sleep. Your brain's central clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, requires a core temperature decrease of roughly 2 degrees Fahrenheit to trigger the onset of delta wave sleep. You can leverage this biological mechanism by taking a warm shower or bath an hour before bed. When you step out of the warm water into a cooler room, the blood vessels in your skin rapidly dilate, dumping heat outward from your core. This sharp internal cooling curve mirrors the natural temperature shifts of nightfall, signaling your hypothalamus to release melatonin and prepare your brain for rapid deep-wave synchronization. Second, manage substrate timing to clear the path for growth hormone release. High concentrations of circulating blood glucose and insulin directly suppress human growth hormone secretion from the pituitary gland. If you eat a heavy, high-sugar meal right before going to sleep, elevated blood glucose blocks the chemical pathway that produces that vital midnight hormonal surge. Aim to finish your final meal at least 3 hours before sleep, prioritizing foods rich in glycine and magnesium, which cross the blood-brain barrier to quiet central nervous system activity and support collagen matrix synthesis while you rest. Third, enforce strict morning photon timing to anchor your nightly sleep architecture. The neural machinery that creates deep, slow-wave sleep at night is actually set the moment you open your eyes in the morning. Exposing your eyes to natural outdoor light within 30 minutes of waking stimulates specialized retinal cells that send a direct electrical signal to your brain, setting an automated 16-hour timer for nighttime melatonin production. By aligning your morning light exposure with natural daylight cycles, you dramatically increase the amplitude of your nighttime sleep waves, ensuring that when your head hits the pillow, your brain transitions smoothly into deep stage 3 sleep, rather than hovering in shallow, easily disrupted light sleep. When you look at your body today, stop viewing it as a simple physical structure that passively suffers wear and tear. Your body is a self-reconstructing biological wonder that systematically rebuilds its own tissues in the dark while your mind is quiet. Every tissue layer, every muscle fiber, and every joint matrix is constantly waiting for you to provide the specific thermal, chemical, and electrical conditions required to bring its internal repair crews to life. How many hours of restful sleep did your body get last night? Answer that question in the comments section below using 5 words or less. And make sure to hit the like button right now as a helpful digital bookmark so you can easily reference this biological breakdown whenever you feel physical soreness or a slow healing strain and need to recall how your body repairs itself. Your internal biology possesses immense restorative capability, but it requires you to honor its fundamental operating system. Right now, our team is researching another incredible biological mechanism happening inside your system that completely changes how your body creates daily physical energy. Hit the subscribe button right now so you never miss our next deep biological decode the second it drops.